Surviving the 21st Century by Narcissa Wright. Death. It is something that seems inevitable. We all accept that someday we will die. Yet the imperfections of life and its shortness might invoke dreams of an existence greater than what we have now. Religion is often used as a belief system that eases fear of death, using faith in an afterlife to bring comfort to those whose faith is strong. Yet faith alone, lacking evidence, leads to the increase of agnosticism, the increase of those without a religion. So what do those faithless believe in? What do they think will happen to themselves after death? An assumption one could have would be a belief that when their life is extinguished, reality continues onward. Their body gets buried, their family grieves or reminisces, and the 21st century continues on, largely uncaring. It is in this framework that I will begin discussing options. Legacy. Your business decisions, your pragmatism in the face of reality, your musical career, your art, the good times with your friends, your innovation. What of you will last after you are gone? What will people remember? What will be forgotten? How much of an impact did your existence have? Legacy is a way to live on. But as time passes, it seems the best you could hope for is being a footnote in history, a cobblestone in the path of the future. Your genes. Passing on your genetic material is a slow but proven evolutionary process that humanity has operated under for a long time. But the world is accelerating. Information technology over the last century demonstrates this. And as this happens, culture evolves quickly, a new form of evolution, memetics. You may have a child, you may have two, but the passing on of genetic material has already been superseded by much faster forms of evolution, and genes too will be susceptible to a technological revolution with CRISPR and designer babies. You may teach and love your children, passing on ideas, your values, your virtue, your memetics. Longevity technology. Do you really expect a medical breakthrough to enable you to last indefinitely? With the profound complexity of the human body, slowing aging is a realistic outcome. Reducing disease is possible, healthier lives for longer. This is a great thing, but preventing death entirely is not on the horizon and likely won't be in your lifetime. Even if you had a perfect cure for aging, keeping you young and healthy indefinitely, you could still be killed. In fact, the stakes would be ever higher, death being so much more devastating if humans were freed of aging. Longevity technology, in the most ideal case, isn't good enough. When you were 8 years old in the 90s, before smartphones were tracking your every movement, much of your experience remains only as memory, as stories. This has changed dramatically in the last 20 years. With people documenting their lives on Instagram, posting their feelings on Facebook and Twitter, making YouTube videos, and live streaming their day, the history of you is starting to be captured in higher resolution than ever before. Who is capturing you? Your data, your movements and actions through time and space. Who gathers that? It's sitting on a server somewhere, many servers, many companies. This data is somewhat frail and could be easily lost. Yet, just as easily, it can be duplicated. From what we can see thus far, reality is made out of information and math. There's something profound about it. Even recent experiments with neural networks show that meaning can be encoded in a high-dimensional latent space. There are so many possibilities with information processing. This includes your information, your live stream, your voice, your thoughts, your feelings. Although achieving a full brain scan may require instruments that do not exist yet, and may not exist for a while, there is much of you that is visible. Your art, your passion, your opinions, your physical form, your preferences, your wishes, your dreams. When we open ourselves up, we become visible, and that visibility can be captured as information. The trajectory of artificial intelligence is a powerful one. Work is changing. AI may be applied across all industries. New tools may enable us to have more creative power at our fingertips than ever before. These tools are being developed right now and will only improve. Despite not having a stable, common, and safe brain-to-computer interface, which is also being worked on, we can still show ourselves. I have to believe that our pattern of output being captured with a lot of clarity is something akin to a capturing of your soul. The jump. We need to harness this capture of self, in conjunction with the AI revolution, to create a digital self. The clock is ticking, and we are aging and eventually dying. But perhaps, if we do it right, if we can avoid war and find the right harmony in our lives to live them to the fullest, we can make the jump and rise from the ashes. A you that is not bound by the limitations of the human body, a pure being of consciousness, existing in virtual spaces and able to interact with the outside world. Backed up, safe in the cloud, instances of you, your form changes, your avatar. A new stage of history, a radical departure as you walk forward into eternity, into your perfect dream.